Now, this probability, here we are going to apply Poisson distribution. Why is that? Because Poisson distribution is a discrete probability distribution that expresses the probability of a given number of events occurring in a fixed interval of the time or space. Okay, so where is our fixed interval? Here we have during the last century. It's a fixed time period. Therefore, we are going to use Poisson distribution. Okay, so for the formula for Poisson distribution is, we make it thicker. Is equal mu to power x times e to power negative mu and over x factorial. Mu, we already know that's the average number of major hurricane. And then x is going to be amount of hurricanes or amount of events that occurred. Okay, so if we read question number 1, which is A, find the probability that in a given year exactly one major hurricane occurred, which means for the case A, our x is going to be equal 1. Now you can say, how about 111 miles per hour or greater? So you have to learn to pick the right data. The speed of the hurricane is not going to give us anything, because we are interested probability of how many hurricanes can happen. For how many hurricanes, speed is not related anyhow, correct? So, okay. So for a case, so find the probability that in a given year, exactly one major hurricane will strike Maitland. Okay, let me see if I can separate all this. 1 second. Bring it down, and this one also. It's not working. Okay, well, I'll highlight them like this so you would find it. Question A, question B, and question C. There we go. So, exactly one major hurricane will strike the mainland. So, that is going to be equal, probability of x is equal 0.59 to power 1 times E. You are familiar with the letter E, right? It's number, letter E. And on calculators, you have this letter E. You should have it if you want to use calculator. Or I'm going to put below this video, the link to Poisson distribution calculator, so you can plug the values and get the result, because it's gonna get complicated a little bit to calculate this. Therefore, we are going to make it easy for you. Okay, so E is a mathematical constant, and the value of E, since I'm talking about E, let me write down, is equal to 2.71828. If you're gonna calculate by yourself, you don't round it up until you get the final answer. In statistics, one rounding and it can answer takes straight to the wood, so you can mess it up. So you round numbers in statistics only at the end. All right, so e to power negative mu, which is going to be negative 0.59, and divided by factorial of 1. Factorial of 1 is going to be equal 1. I am sure I explained in the previous videos factorials. If not, somebody send me email and or text me and I will go over factorial real quick. It's very easy. If let's say you need factorial 9, that's mean 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 till 1. 3, 2, 1. If you need factorial 15, it's going to be 15 times 14 times 13, blah, 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 times 3 times 2 times 1. Or you don't have to open all the way till 1. Let's say factorial 15. If I need, I can open 15, 14, 13 and stop at 12 with the factorial. Okay? All right. So, factorial 1. And if you do all this math, let me see. I'm going to plug in calculator. So 0.59, it's going to be our average. X is going to be equal 1. And I need to pick precisely equal 1 because we're looking precisely for 1 exactly, see? Exactly 1 average. I mean, exactly 1 major hurricane. Therefore, I'm going to choose X is equal 1. And I'm getting the answer. Here it's going to be 0 point. Let me clean this so I can write down the answer. Okay. It is 0.327. So your problem is requiring keep 3 decimals, 3 decimal places, okay? So that's for X is equal 1. Question number B. At most 1 major hurricane. What means at most 1? Which means, so for B, that means at most 1 probability of X greater less equal 1. Yes, at most 1. Let me here also this notation make it precisely the way it should be. Probability X is equal 1 because we are doing precisely 1. Less than 1, it's going to be probability of 0, which means no hurricane, or 1 hurricane. So you have 2 choices. If you are going to do by hand, we will find probability of 0. Probability of for 1, we have it already here. All we need to find probability for 0, which is going to be 0.59 to power 0, and then times e to power negative 0.59, because x here is equal 0, right? There we go. And over 0 factorial. By the way, factorial of 0 is 1. So that is going to be, let me see. If I plug it 0, the answer is going to give me 0.554. 0.554. Okay, I round it till 3 decimals. Now, and then I can add probability of 0 plus probability of 1, and that's going to be equal probability of X less equal 1. Now, if you do on calculator, I will show you. you don't have to go through probability of 0, probability for 1. You just choose the condition x is less equal. And then if you put 1, the sign less equal will understand it won't less equal 1. All right? And which means here 0.327 plus, let me put probability x less equal 1 is equal 0.327 plus 0.554. Let me see, I want to double check also here with formula. And you should get 0.881. Okay? And lastly, C. What is important here? C is asking more than one major hurricane, more than one. The thing is, okay, more than one, but how many? 2, 3, 4, we don't know. This is how I am analyzing. So this is the scale of amount of hurricanes. Here we have 0 hurricane, probability of 0 hurricanes. Here we have probability of 1 hurricane, but we need to find probability of at least 1, which is greater, no, not at least, more than 1. So we need greater than 1, more than 1. So what does that mean? Since we have probability, so we know that total probability is 100%, right? It's going to be 100% or equal 1, right? Portion wise, which means, so if I take 1 and subtract probability of less equal 1, meaning if I take 1, which is the whole percentage, and subtract probability of 1 and minus probability of 0, right? Probability of 1 and minus probability of 0, I will get probability for x is greater than 1, right? So minus this, I will get the whole piece that's left from 100. Or I can write down 1 minus probability of x less equal 1, because 1 and 0, it's x is less equal 1 right here. Which means I'm going to do, this is equal 1 minus 0.881. Okay? It's 1 minus 0.881. And that's going to be, let me see, 0.119. And that's all. So one more time, the link to the calculator I'll put under the video. And if you don't want to add here for x less equal 1, or if you don't want to subtract for probability of x greater than 1, then this is what you're going to do. I'm going to draw how it looks like. So one button here, you're going to enter your mean, mu, which is on the calculator is given as a lambda, so it doesn't matter. So then the other one below of it, it's going to be your value of x. So you plug the value of x. Right next to x, you have here a frame where you're going to choose. You will have x is equal 1. That's going to be your A case. For B case, you will choose less equal sign for B case, because see, for B case, you are choosing less equal 1, right? You will put x1 and choose less equal. And for the C case, you are going to choose, let me see, here it has only greater equal. No, we need only greater, not greater equal. So for C case, you just have to take and subtract whatever you got in the B. Okay, that's all it is. So hopefully this will help, and you can work out, everybody will work out their own problem. And please contact me. You can text me and you can send HCC email with any question, and I'm here for you to help. Thank you.